boys. Happy? Okay, let's go fellas, come on. There they come.
She's back.
11 months ago, Arsenal put paid to Roberto Martinez's Premier League dream by relegating Wigan Athletic to the Championship. Today, Everton's boss has the chance to damage the dreams of Arsene Wenger's Gunners' chances of making the top four. Whilst Everton have been quietly consistent throughout the year, their North London opponents will wonder what might have been by the end of the campaign. Top of the table at the beginning of February. Now their championship hopes in tatters. The pressure is on just to maintain their Champions League place. 5 wins from 5 put the Blues in pole position to capitalise on the Gunners' poor form. An Everton win today will give them a narrow advantage in the race for 4th. 2 changes for Everton sees Kevin Morales and Steven Naismith promoted from the bench after scoring goals as substitutes last week at Fulham. Gerard Deulofeu and Ross Barkley make way and fill the void on the bench. Phil Jagielka has had a fitness setback, which means John Stones continues at centre-back. Kieran Gibbs and Lauren Koscielny are Arsenal's main absentees through injury. They're replaced by Nacho Monreal and Thomas Vermaelen in the starting lineup. Jack Wilshere is also out, but there is a return on the bench for Aaron Ramsey, who is fit enough to return after a lengthy absence. He's joined on the subs bench by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Number 15, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. 16, Aaron Ramsey. 22, Yargo Sanogo. 25, Carl Jenkinson. 29, Kim Karlstrom. And 30, Hector Bellerin. Now for the mighty Blues of Everton. Reline as follows. Number 24, Tim Howard. Number 3, Leighton Baines. Number 11, Kevin Morales. Number 14, Steven Naismith. Number 15, Sylvain Distin. Number 16, James McCarthy. Number 17, Romelu Lukaku. Number 18, Gareth Barry. Number 21, Leon Osman. Number 23, Seamus Coleman. Number 26, John Stones. Substitute for the Blues. Number 1, John Robles. 2, Tony Hibbert. 7, Aidan McGeady. 10, Gerard Deulofeu. 20, Ross Barkley. 29, Luke Garvin. And 32, Anthony Alkins. Today's referees, Mr. Martin Atkinson. The assistant referees, Mr. Peter Kirkwood and David Bryan. The field division, Michael Jones. The main match sponsor, Action Productions. The match day sponsor, Blue Mikel. The program sponsor, Alpha Business Products. And the man of the match sponsor, Evertonians.
This is the day when we find out just what Everton are truly made of. The test of tests with Arsenal in town. Everton's top four hopes truly tested to their absolute limit today. Arsenal, the perennial Champions League qualifiers, Everton hoping to replace them if they can find 3 points against the Gunners here today. Lukaku winning the initial header against Monreal, who I'm pretty sure will be peppered down that right-hand side this afternoon. Doesn't have the greatest reputation for defending Nacho Monreal. He can come forward very effectively, but this is going to be a big test of his abilities with Coleman and Kevin Morales looking to run at him consistently. The wet weather will make the surface lovely and slick, which you would imagine will be to Arsenal's liking. Sylvain Distin long forward looking for Lukaku. Not the greatest of layoffs by Lukaku, but they will get the throw in, will Everton? Leon Osman goes for the hit! Oh my word! That would have been some goal by Leon Osman had that flown in. I don't think Wojciech Szczesny was expecting that at all, and he's not far away. Oh, that is inches from the goal. Szczesny, even at this point, hasn't moved at all in his goal. There's absolutely nothing he would have been able to do about it. And that's a massive let-off for the Arsenal goalkeeper. He would have been completely powerless to do anything about that shot going in. Leon Osman very nearly giving Everton the dream start. It's Mikel Arteta, as you'll be able to tell from the boos roaming around Goodison Park. The former Everton player Arteta, of course. As Arsenal look to come forward for the first time. This is Lucas Podolski. Flashes by the post, but Howard always confident that it was going wide. Podolski finding a lovely hole here. Well, Lucas Podolski has scored with 33% of his attempts on goal in the last couple of seasons. The amount of goals that he has scored in Arsenal colours, that makes him the best in the Premier League in terms of attempts and conversions, but not successful there. Morales losing the ball, Baines and Sanya together. You can tell it's a big game here at Goodison Park. You can feel it in the air. Morales on the turn, held back by Sanya. The referee not impressed, Martin Atkinson. There's plenty of big game experience, does Martin Atkinson. Be vital today. Crowd really on a knife edge here at Goodison. They know that Everton's Champions League prospects almost hinge on this game. They would move to within a point of the Gunners if they were to win today, and potentially, depending on how big a win that was, would also be ahead on goal difference. That then makes the Crystal Palace rearranged fixture a very important one. If Everton do win that, they then move 2 points clear of Arsenal, who would then be hoping for an Everton slip in their final 5-6 games of the season. It's Santi Cazorla, Arsenal working well. Podolski with another panic-stricken shot. just shows Arsenal's feeling in coming here today. Steve Bold next to Arsene Wenger. Hasn't always worked the defensive magic, as has been proven at Anfield and Stamford Bridge already this season by conceding plenty of goals. Lukaku. Decent enough touch. Osman. Gets away with that, will Everton, as Baines and Osman linked together. Osman looking to take the play to Arsenal here. Great ball, Naismith in a hole, can't find Lukaku, may fall here for Coleman, who's forward. They shout cries of handball in the stands. Coleman, can he get the cross in here? It's not a bad one. Coming in was Leighton Baines round the back, but Bakary Sagna just about managing to get the ball clear for Arsenal, and there will be the first booking for Leon Osman. And he's gotten a real whack in the eye region as Leon Osman, as he attempted to make that challenge. It's Osman that's come off the worst, with Sagna going straight over the top. It's a fair call, I think, to say from Martin Atkinson. It was a real rash challenge by Osman that he had minimal chance of winning. Sagna always going to be first to the ball once Osman receives a booking, and there's the damage that has been done to Leon Osman's left eye. It's going to be one that potentially will require stitches. I would imagine Ross Barkley will be warming himself in readiness to maybe come on if Osman can't continue, because that will be a cut that will be very difficult to stitch in such a short space of time. Great ball from Baines into Naismith, who finds a great hole, and it's a shame he couldn't find Lukaku, but Coleman here straight into Arteta. Barkley ready if and when required. Miss Osman's experience, but they will gain an awful lot of potency going forward from Barkley if he were to enter the fray. It's a stray pass, but picked up by Mertesacker. Santi Cazorla. Long pass that finds Thomas Rosicki on the left-hand side. Podolski looking to shoot again. Cross comes in, but the flag is up against Arsenal over on that left-hand side. Monreal pushing forward from left-back. Well, I imagine that Leon Osman's injury is going to cost him his place here, and indeed it has, because Barkley, after 8 minutes, will make his way on, just getting some last-minute instructions from the manager as to what his role is. I'd imagine it won't be too different from what Leon Osman had to do. Baines' header, or Baines rather taking the captain's armband, it was Distan's header. Free kick given by referee Martin Atkinson. Well, that Leon Osman eye injury will be of some concern to Roberto Martinez. And here is Ross Barkley. McCarthy's touch, it's Stones who's been mightily impressive. Hence the reason I think they've probably not rushed Phil Jagielka back as quick as what they may have wanted to do. Naismith looking for the split pass. There's a quicker pace about this particular match already in the opening 10 minutes than there is to regular Premier League games. Whereas Matthew Flamini might hit one from here, long range. Tim Howard nicely in control. But Arsenal just panicking a little when they get possession deep. They always look to shoot, as being the evidence of Lucas Podolski's efforts on goal and Matthew Flamini from distance there. Not necessarily the Arsenal of old, who more often than not always tried to walk the ball into the net. You can do that very effectively, by the way. McCarthy, Barkley, Naismith, Baines, Morales, great ball, Baines onside. Well, I say he was onside, he looked as though the linesman had let the play go. But unfortunately, eventually he put the flag up. And he is right, the linesman, to be fair. Took his time about it. It'll be interesting to see where that move would have concluded had Baines been allowed to play on. It's hard to figure out who benefits more in the rain here. Both sides like to pass the ball around, which will be advantageous on the surface with the grass being very, very slick. Matthew Flamini has been so important to Arsenal since his return from AC Milan. Mertesacker. Mikel Arteta. Naismith strong and Arteta could bring a booking. Referee just letting Naismith know that he's got his eye on him. Arsene Wenger wondering why the card hasn't been brandished. I would imagine that's the same for Thomas Vermaelen and Nacho Monreal, who were right in the referee's face. It's a very strong challenge. Just letting Mikel Arteta know that he's not going to have time to dilly-dally on the ball here. Thomas Rosicky, Arteta. Arsenal looking to get their passing together. It's incredible to think that Arsenal have only won 2 Premier League games in their last 10. Stones across nicely. Oh, shocking pass. Really put Howard under pressure. I think John Stones was hoping that Sylvain Distin would come across and help him out. Never materialised. Lukaku, chance for Everton. Great save, Naismith in! The crucial opening goal goes to Everton. Just when John Stones invited Arsenal to potentially make the most of a slip-up, Everton go up the other end and open the scoring at Goodison. It's a great save from Szczesny to deny Lukaku, but Naismith following up makes it 2 goals in 2 games for him, and Everton lead in a crucial match here. Gets a lucky bounce from the goalkeeper, but there's nothing lucky about the finish. There's been nothing lucky about this man's season. 1-0 Everton. Goodison Park comes alight. Bill Kenwright almost looks in tears. I don't think it's time to necessarily bring out the Gazzers just yet. Could be about to see his side take a big advantage in the race for 4th place. a totally different player than what he did at the start of the campaign. He's getting back to the form that saw him rise to prominence at Kilmarnock and Rangers. He's really finding his spot in this team. Can Arsenal reply here? Podolski to Cazorla. Monreal's cross finds Podolski. Oh, it's taken a real wicked deflection off Stones. Morales looking to get over the top. Arsenal will win the throw-in. Well, they don't score too many goals in the first half of games, Everton. But they found a crucial one today. Lukaku looking to calm things down for Everton by coming deep and helping out his teammates. You may have thought the loss of Leon Osman would have disrupted this Everton side a little. Not much chance of that happening. They are in front. As Arsene Wenger's brow gets a little damper. It's interception by McCarthy. Gives it Naismith. What can Everton come up with here as McCarthy gives it to Barry? Barkley finds Morales. Gives it, looking for Baines. He'll get the corner, will Leighton Baines. Oh, it's electric Goodison, isn't it? It'll be Morales to deliver for Everton. Not the greatest of deliveries, most of his teammates were converging on the goalkeeper, including that man. Well, here it is. Baines with the incisive pass. Lukaku's shot saved, and Naismith buries his 8th goal of the season. What a vein of form he's in, Steven Naismith. Not played as many games as he would have liked, but taking his chance from the start today. Kevin Morales. Bit of a tough pass to Baines, who will go back to his goalkeeper. Here's Arteta to Rosicki. He's given a free kick. I'm just wondering whether or not Rosicki may have gone down a little too early then. Mikel Arteta. Santi Cazorla dropping deep. Not a bad ball looking for Flamini, but unfortunately for Arsenal, Matthew Flamini not on the same wavelength. The header is by Vermaelen. As Everton look to put their foot on the ball and force Arsenal to chase. Looking at the run-in, Arsenal have 5 league fixtures left after today. Everton will have 6 with the rearranged fixture against Crystal Palace to play. Barkley with a great pass. Baines. Great cross in. Oh, very nearly came to Lukaku. It may fall for McCarthy. And oh, very nearly in for a second by Steven Naismith. Well, either side of the goalkeeper, Everton are going 2-0 up. McCarthy's drive, and I actually think it may have been Matthew Flamini more than Steven Naismith to get the touch to the goalkeeper. But Arsenal defensively are rocking here. Being asked an awful lot of questions they've not found the answers to just yet. Rosicki, can they find the answer going forward as Sanya gets the cross in, Giroud gets there. Well, it was a difficult chance for Olivier Giroud. He doesn't score too many goals in the big games, Olivier Giroud, but he did score 2 in the cup tie a month ago. The one that ultimately knocked Everton out of the competition. Ross Barkley. Everton are purring here. Not totally in control, but leading by a goal to nil as they look to take 4th place off Arsenal in the coming weeks. Arsenal with 2 wins in 10. Everton looking to make it 6 in a row here today. An unprecedented run of form. A run of form which is Roberto Martinez's best run in the Premier League as a manager. Sanya Arteta. Santi Cazorla wins the free kick. Martin Atkinson in ideal position to make that call. Staring right at the plate. Thomas Vermaelen. Arsenal yet to move into a higher gear here. Arteta. Thomas Vermaelen. Monreal. Vermaelen into Podolski. Monreal on the overlap. It's a good cross. There's no Arsenal player in the box really to take advantage of that. The only one that was making ground to try and get there was Matthew Flamini from a defensive midfield position. Chances here maybe as Morales might get another goal here, Morales. And he very nearly put Naismith away again. Steven Naismith, who is just not being tracked at all by this Arsenal defence. And Morales there with a hurried effort on goal. Been Everton's opening 23 minutes here, that's for sure. I don't think Roberto Martinez could have asked for a better opening period of play. But he will know that Arsenal can strike at any time, and that's all they need to do at present. A draw for Arsene Wenger would do nicely. The likelihood is that they won't drop any more points after today. It's by far and away the toughest fixture they have in the run in Arsenal.
Announcements to all away supporters. In the interests of your fellow supporters, would you please remain seated during normal play, as the view is severely restricted due to
5 games left, predominantly against teams that occupy the bottom 10 places in the Premier League. This is Rosicki. Arsenal with minimal numbers forward as Flamini gives it Podolski. Everton defending well against Giroud as Lukaku now may chase. Lukaku looking to beat Szczesny to the ball, but Szczesny always favourite. I think the referee is calling somebody over here. I'm not quite sure whether it's an Arsenal player or an Everton one. It's Leighton Baines who he's having a word with. I think it may have been about this tackle here on Santi Cazorla. Not deemed worthy of a booking. Has resisted the urge to go card crazy, Martin Atkinson, and in fairness, had he dished out 2 or 3 already, I don't think there would have been an awful lot of complaints really from either side as to the validity of the yellow cards. Most would have regularly gotten a booking, but I think the referee playing the occasion very well here. Barkley doing very well. Leighton Baines looking up front for Naismith. Be an Everton throw. A little chilly on the touchline for Arsene Wenger. Don't think he's feeling the heat of battle just yet. Far too experienced campaigner to let the events of the opening 25 minutes get to him just yet. He will know exactly what his side has to do here. As Lukaku wins the header. Mertesacker back to Szczesny. Sanya's header. Cazorla back to Flamini. Monreal on to Podolski. Giroud. Santi Cazorla. Giroud now finding himself on the left as the cross hits the first man. As Baines comes forward from left back for Everton. Steven Naismith looking to take Sanya down the left. Mertesacker across. There's a player that could make a difference to Arsenal when called upon. Aaron Ramsey back in the side for Arsene Wenger's Gunners. Leighton Baines with this free kick for Everton, with plenty of blue shirts in and around the penalty area. Coming short was Barry. Morales, lovely cross by Morales, but Lukaku couldn't get the run on the cross. Arsenal doing their defending better on that occasion. Arsenal have only taken 13 points from a possible 33 in their games against top 7 opposition in the Premier League this season. Vermaelen hacks away for Arsenal. And Everton throw in with the reflection of Giroud. He wanted a free kick there, Olivier Giroud. Didn't get one. As Barkley gives a lovely ball to John Stones. This is Coleman, nice play on. Lukaku, lovely 1-2. Kevin Morales can't quite get there. Will Barkley do the same? Bakary Sagna away. Gareth Barry with a cooling head. Look at the amount of space that Barkley's in here. Barkley. Crossing, Szczesny away, Barkley again, deflected for the corner. Well, this is a nice run by Barkley, forcing Szczesny into action and winning a corner for his trouble down the left. It'll be Morales to take now. His last 2 deliveries have bypassed all his teammates. Can he hit the money here as Lukaku looked favourite. The hit back by McCarthy. It's Baines. Morales. Morales in the penalty area. Morales at the near post. It'll come back for Barry here. Everton really do have Arsenal under the cosh. But unfortunately, Baines can't make up the ground. Morales very nearly sneaking one in at the near post. Had half a thought about going down for the penalty after the touch by Santi Cazorla in the penalty area, but forcing Szczesny into action to stop Everton going 2-0 up. Distan away. Well, Everton don't normally make quick starts to matches. They're normally a very patient side. They've scored the highest percentage of second half goals in the Premier League this season. There's only Manchester City that have scored more times in the final 15 minutes of games than Everton have. So you can see where Everton tend to win the majority of their matches, as Sanya looks to get the cross in. Baines defending well, but leading by a goal to nil. Everton are without doubt the better side here, but still need to be wary of what Arsenal can do. They've barely been in the game at all, have Arsenal. They have that ability just to spring into life at any one moment. A draw would do nicely for them today. Cazorla's corner. Nice delivery. Oh, hacked away and very nearly came to Giroud. And now Morales looks to set sail here against Sanya. Morales wins the ball, given as a free kick. I'm not so sure Nacho Monreal got an awful lot of the ball, in fairness. I think Morales probably won the ball as Rosicky and Cazorla on completely different wavelengths. And here's the corner. It's John Stones who had the wild hack, but to be fair to him, he throws his body in the way of Olivier Giroud as he looks to prod home the John Stones error. No doubt there'll be some nerves on show from John Stones today. By far and away the biggest game he will have played in Everton's colours. But for the way that he's conducted himself over the run of games, which has seen Phil Jagielka out injured, he deserves his shot. As Barkley looks for the big ball, as Everton get lucky here. Lukaku in lots of room. Monreal will struggle to get there. Lukaku! Well, 13 is unlucky for some, not for Romelu Lukaku. Premier League goal number 13 of the season, and Everton are flying at Goodison in the big match. Well, from the second that the ball dropped for the Everton midfield in this position, Arsenal were always struggling as Monreal was so far over in central defence. There was never much of a chance he was going to get to Lukaku in time, and that's the only invitation that the former Chelsea striker needs to bury home against Arsenal and put Everton well and truly in the driving seat for the Champions League. Everton supporters are in dreamland here. Arsenal have no idea what's hit them. You always got the feeling that Arsene Wenger, with his experience, and the Arsenal team with the knowledge of how to finish a season to get where they need to be, would come here and look to stifle this Everton team and get the draw they needed to put them in the driving seat for the top four. They've been completely bulldozed in this opening 35 minutes and are going to have to produce something pretty special to get themselves back in the match here. Up front, they've offered very, very little. Shots from distance and Everton errors primarily, and he will be very concerned right about now. Olivier Giroud. Cazorla. One of the players that can produce something. Rosicky. Thomas Rosicky. Typical of the way the game's gone as Barkley nips in, and they can't counter-attack because the Naismith pass isn't good enough, but they get lucky, Everton. Barkley taking his time, showing some maturity. Not getting overexcited here, Ross Barkley. Naismith. Do they draw the foul from Vermaelen? No, they get the throw in. Kevin Morales. Finds himself having swapped positions with Leighton Baines as Sylvain Distin looks to come forward. Barkley back to Distin. Everton playing keep ball here. Seamus Coleman. Lukaku. Might hit one from distance, Lukaku. Well, the boy is confident. One under his belt so far this afternoon. I don't think he's scored a goal from outside the penalty area this season. But once he gets inside the penalty area, as he does here, there's seldom any other outcome than what we've just seen. We saw Bill Kenwright cheering from the stands. I'm not so sure he'll be cheering when he probably sees the valuation of Romelu Lukaku, because that's the amount that he will have to pay if he wants to keep the Chelsea striker here at Goodison this season and for next, of course. But if they make top four, there is every chance that that may happen. Why would he want to go anywhere else? Sagna and Cazorla together. Santi Cazorla desperate to try and make something happen. Everton so in control, it must be frightening for Arsene Wenger to watch at times. He will have to come up with something very special to get his Gunners back in the match here. It's Podolski. Crossing, looking for Giroud. Howard was nervous. Really, Giroud probably should have a go at throwing himself at that ball. Tim Howard doing just enough to get the ball away as Mertesacker. Gives it to Vermaelen. Rosicky to Monreal. It's a good cross by Monreal. Hit there, a save brilliantly by Howard. Well, I think Podolski is claiming, just like some of the Arsenal fans are, that there may have been a handball in the build-up. It's a beautiful second effort by Podolski, a really difficult ball to hit into the ground. Howard had to be on his toes to save it. Well, that's what Arsenal can do. They've given the impetus to get themselves back in this match. And that's a shocking cross by Mikel Arteta. I don't think shocked is the word that Arsene Wenger will be looking to use at half-time. He seldom uses a hairdryer treatment, so I think one may be needed. Well, can Everton see out this next 5 minutes and stoppage time to get them to half-time in control here? It's just a flicker that Arsenal may be beginning to find their feet here at Goodison, and they need to. 2-0 down, and outplayed for the majority of this match. But Arsenal are starting to stir here. Arteta to Mertesacker. Vermaelen. Arsenal pushing further forward here. Vermaelen looking to slide rule the pass into a teammate as Naismith finds himself in unbelievable amounts of room. Sagna coming back to challenge. He gets lucky, does Sagna. He fouls Morales in the build-up, but the referee ignores it completely. Well, had Steven Naismith backed himself down the left, there was every chance that he could have gotten away from Bakary Sagna. There's a definite clip of the heels of Morales that the referee has missed. Everton won't really care too much here. They are well on top of this match. Naismith can't find Barkley with a fancy flick, and Monreal may have some room to work on the left. Quickly shut down by James McCarthy as Vermaelen gives it to Flamini. Giroud followed everywhere by Sylvain Distin. Rosicky. Monreal on the overlap. Back to Rosicky here. He may shoot Rosicky, blocked by McCarthy. Monreal. It's a decent cross by Monreal, but he was only ever aiming for Olivier Giroud. And as we've seen throughout this first half, the Arsenal striker was totally alone. There's a great header from Naismith, may release Morales, but Sagna back defending well. And now he looks to come forward, Bakary Sagna. Cazorla. Sagna to cross. Again hits the backside of Distin. Cazorla. As Arteta dispossessed by McCarthy. Flamini. Naismith fouled. There'll be a booking for Matthew Flamini.
Put the can, don't allow us to put the can up.
Well, Naismith just nipping in front of Matthew Flamini, and Matthew always second best, always going to be a yellow card. What a performance this has been from Everton in this first half. I don't think Roberto Martinez could have wished for anything more. Baines down the line, very nearly catching out Mertesacker. Half-time approaching here at Goodison Park as Everton 2-0 to the good are in the box seat to get 3 points here and a 6th win on the spin. It's a run that will have to continue right the way through to the final match of the season. They have difficult matches against Manchester United and Manchester City here, but all of their remaining away games are winnable. So 2 minutes added time at the end of the first half as Arsenal will look for something to take into the dressing room with them, to cling on to the hope that they can come back here. They're a long way behind as Sagna gives it to Mertesacker. Sagna once again. Mertesacker looking for the incisive pass. as Arteta wins the header. Monreal can't keep it in play. Well, whatever he's going to say at half-time, it better be good. He has two big strike players on the bench. One of them is that man on screen, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Leighton Baines. Morales. It's John Stones for Everton. It's a nice turn by Coleman. Lukaku with another nice turn. Look to feed Coleman down the right. Morales from the throw. Allowed time to turn Morales and run at this Arsenal defence. Naismith can't make the most of the chance that was nearly presented to him. Sanya makes hay up the right. Again, he's minimal support. McCarthy getting himself in the way. Rosicki. Last chance for Arsenal in the first half. Cross comes in and Howard has to be good, and he is. And that's half-time. A dream first half for the boys in blue. Romelu Lukaku's second goal has given Everton a wonderful bit of breathing space after Steven Naismith's opener, after he made the most of Lukaku's saved effort. I dare say the chairman will have enjoyed every minute of that first 45 minutes, as will the Everton faithful. A repeated display in the second 45 will give them a famous win over the Gunners here this afternoon, I am sure.
Return to the Mac, get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Get up, first shot, come strut walking, a little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious, somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. No, you can't copy up. Bad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it always. Chrome music, I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on that stage light, gonna shine on down. Got that vibe, Walker, super game to blink over my style. Money, stay on my back, stay around, let's get out
Halfway there, Everton 2-0 to the good, and looking for this treasure chest that is the Champions League, that is very much in their sights with a win here. There's still a lot of work to be done. They will hope that Arsenal will completely implode from here and make their journey to the top four that little easier. With the fixtures that Arsenal have, it would be quite difficult to see them dropping too many points from here on in. Arsenal, of course, not out of this one yet, despite being 2-0 down. Morales back doing some great defending. They'll be buoyed by the fact that Everton haven't beaten Arsenal in their last 14 matches in all competitions. The last Everton victory over the Gunners came back in 2007. Up by a goal to nil back in March of that particular year. Arsene Wenger has resisted making any substitutions at half-time. But you feel that Oxlade, Chamberlain and Ramsey at the very least are imminent for Arsenal. Sanogo, a striker, is also on the bench if required. I wouldn't say it's substitutes that would put the fear of God into Everton at this point. If anything, you look at Everton's stronger bench with McGeady and Deulofeu, even Antolin Alcaraz. If you need a defensive option, it's a bench that is arguably stronger than Arsenal's. Kim Kallstrom is on the Arsenal bench today. He's yet to make an appearance since that controversial January signing. Controversial in that he was never fit to be signed, and has subsequently not made a full Arsenal appearance since his signature. This is Thomas Vermaelen looking to Rosicky. Santi Cazorla back to Rosicky. Nice 1-2. It's Podolski. Lots of room here for Monreal. Well, for a moment that looked as though it was going in the net. It's ended up with Sanya over on the far side. He gets a nice cross in and away by Coleman. Howard really should have come to lay claim to that cross. Podolski. Arsenal knocking on the door early here, looking for a quick response to get them back in the match. Cazorla. Monreal back to Cazorla. They need a good cross here, Arsenal. That hit the hand of James McCarthy, but it was down by his side, hence the referee did nothing about it. Once again, Santi Cazorla, Rosicky, Monreal. They're trying to go down the same channel, Arsenal, without absolutely no look at all. And that's great defending by Everton. Very patient, waiting for Arsenal to make their move. As we look once again at the penalty incident, this is McCarthy. You can see there the hand right down by his side. Never any movement to play the ball. Good refereeing by Martin Atkinson. That was Monreal defending, as Arsenal so far in this second half have got the majority of possession. Podolski. Brilliant defending by John Stones, and he's defended that well that he's earned himself a goal kick from that challenge with Podolski. The German with his foot down, Stones not to be denied. What a wonderful challenge, and gets a lovely bit of luck. Vermaelen's header. Podolski looking to keep it in play, can't do so. Ross Barkley deep for Everton. It's nicely done by Barkley, and keeps possession too. Gareth Barry. To get Baines away down the left again. Barkley back to Barry. with that stunning goal away at Newcastle. You would have thought that Barkley's place on the plane to Brazil will be more or less assured. There is some competition for a place in that squad without any shadow of a doubt, but I don't think I've seen too many players this season that can do what Ross Barkley did at St James's Park. Distan long for Everton with Naismith chasing, and he's got the ball as well. Nicely done by Naismith, keeping possession, bringing Morales into play. Barkley, Ross Barkley still. Kevin Morales. Barkley, the cross in. Oh, was Naismith brought down? No, says Martin Atkinson. Could have been a big moment in the match, that. Had that penalty been awarded, there was every chance Everton were looking at going 3-0 up. Flamini looking for someone, anybody to link up with, but his teammates appear far off today. Morales with a gamble, Giroud maybe. Well, that was very nearly suicidal by Kevin Morales. Thought he could take on the whole Arsenal team without getting punished. This is what you get when attackers try to defend their own penalty area. Thankfully, John Stones and Tim Howard to the rescue. Well, here's the incident. There's definitely a pull there by Thomas Vermaelen. Referee with Santi Cazorla in front of him, so his view may have been obstructed, but that's a lucky break for Arsenal. Stones loses out. Cazorla looking to bring in Flamini, and I'll tell you what, Everton are gambling with their lives here. Distan's taken a big whack on the leg as a result. Well, you would expect this from an attacking player. Stones looking to over-elaborate, invited Cazorla in. And I think Distan has just got a clip on the shin or the ankle as Flamini took the shot on goal, but that's poor from Stones. I think Everton have obviously had a call from the manager to try and keep possession as much as possible, try and stifle Arsenal out of the game, but I don't think the manager meant within sight of your own penalty area. Distan okay. Long ball from Leighton Baines, looking for the run of Morales. Vermaelen. Sanya with a poor ball, Barry in the way. Morales looking to get Naismith away here. It's a really good piece of defending by Vermaelen. Real mixed bag today, Thomas Vermaelen. Coming with a couple of really good challenges, but as a whole, he is part of an Arsenal defence that has been shot to pieces during this match. Coleman, not seen much from Coleman as an attacking threat during this game. We might just do here. It's a hurried cross. It's a poor header by Sanya. And Barry now coming forward for Everton. Lukaku on the chest. Lukaku coming inside. He might unleash another here, Lukaku. James McCarthy. Another Everton goal. Surely kills off Arsenal here. Working their way around the pitch to try and find it. Kevin Morales. It's a ball back from Naismith. Baines makes his move towards the byline. Poor 1-2 from Barkley as Arsenal now look to come again with Thomas Rosicki. Cazorla taken late by McCarthy. Well, he didn't win the ball, James McCarthy, so there's not much of a complaint. Gareth Barry really looking to get away with the previous challenge. I think it's fair to say that the challenge by McCarthy not the best. Arteta, Mertesacker. Arsenal desperate for something to get them back in the match. We're approaching the hour mark, with Arsenal yet to trouble the scoreboard. They've got a corner here, so they have a golden opportunity maybe to set up and cause a problem here for Everton. Mikel Arteta. Ball in the box, looking for Vermaelen, who'd made his way up. And now Everton look to break. Vermaelen still up the other end of the pitch. Baines looking to feed in. Potentially, I think it was Morales who'd made the move. But it was a very ambitious pass. Giroud surely offside. No, says the linesman. Everton play on. Giroud absolutely furious. I think Giroud was allowed to play advantage and didn't make the most of it. Lukaku. He'll get the throw. Well, Arsene Wenger hasn't reacted to being 2-0 down just yet, I don't feel. He still has big strike players on the bench. Potentially get his side back in the game. But as of yet, they're still warming the sidelines. Mertesacker will give it back to his goalkeeper. Great climbing header by Stones. And get on with the game quickly. Naismith, Gareth Barry, John Stones to Coleman. Lukaku looks to play the 1-2 with Coleman. It's a play that could make a difference. So could that man. Seen an awful lot of him as of yet as Lukaku. Can't beat Vermaelen to the ball, but there was a chance for an Everton break. Steven Naismith has been almost impossible to mark during this game. He's finding holes and finding pockets where Arsenal are just not putting players in. He's had a superb afternoon. McCarthy to Coleman. Giving the ball back to Arsenal here. That's nicely done by Giroud. Sagna.
Yes, Kevin!
And they've managed to dispossess Sagna, and now there's a breakaway for Everton. Morales puts the foot down. Great ball, Naismith. Great goalkeeping. Morales to end it! Well, that's your lot if you're Arsenal. Start packing up and going home. They're not getting anything from Goodison today. Kevin Morales wraps up the game for Everton. The one that they simply had to win, and they are going to win it. Strong by Morales. in the first place. Look at the determination to get forward. The goalkeeper lucky with the rebound to Morales. 3-0 Everton. Game, set, match with Roberto Martinez in pole position to finish in a Champions League spot. Well, Morales will claim the goal, but I think the replay concludes that it went off a former Everton player, and that former Everton player is Mikel Arteta. Goodison Park is bouncing. Well, Arsenal supporters will now officially be fearing the worst. They've suffered heavy defeats away at Stamford Bridge and at Anfield, among others. They've gone to Manchester City and conceded 6. I'm not so sure it's going to be 6 here today, but 3 is going to be enough to give Everton a win as Coleman showboats and looks to get up the other end. Everton are buzzing. Lukaku with lots of room. The run is being made by Morales here. It's Barkley! Well, Morales made a move to join the party, but Barkley, look at the determination to get himself in a position, and unfortunately he hasn't found the net. Well, I think when you look through the DVD at the end of the season, this may well probably go down as Everton's biggest performance of the season. I've not heard an atmosphere at Goodison Park like this in some time. Mikel Arteta, who scored the penalty which ultimately knocked Everton out of the FA Cup, may have just put through his own net to push Everton within touching distance of attaining Arsenal's top 4 spot. Lukaku strong. Looks for Naismith, it will come for an Arsenal defender. Rosicki, Giroud. Is there a response from Arsenal here? The answer is no. Giroud hitting a brick wall. Hitting that same brick wall he's been hitting for the past hour. Ross Barkley. Romelu Lukaku. With Monreal in front of him. Lukaku into the penalty area. Barkley, can he dig out a cross here? Barkley gets a cross in, which was almost a shot on goal, and it flashes right across the face of Szczesny's net. I just wonder whether or not he was going for that, Ross Barkley. Well, this is too late for Arsenal. Podolski off, as is Matthew Flamini, and on comes Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Aaron Ramsey. If they make this change at 2-0, there's every chance they may come back. But at 3-0, I think Matthew Flamini's face tells the story. 25 minutes, just less for these two to work a little bit of magic maybe, but surely 3 goals in 25 minutes isn't going to happen for Arsenal. They are looking at another very poor away day at one of the top 7 clubs in the league. Here is Ramsey giving it to Rosicki. He looks for some support Down the Arsenal left, none was there. Coleman looking for Lukaku, only to give it back to red jerseys. Well, there's only Manchester United that have earned more away points in the Premier League than Arsenal this season. And I think it's safe to say Arsenal are not going to earn any today. A hack downfield which will invite Lukaku to chase. This horrible Arsenal run looks as though it's dead set to continue for Arsenal. They have not had any sort of answer to getting through Everton's defences, and Everton coming forward have been irresistible. They've ripped the Arsenal defence to pieces at times. Lovely footwork by Romelu Lukaku. Everton are almost doing to Arsenal what Arsenal have done to so many teams down the years. Just passing the daylights out of them. Arsenal can't get the ball at present. The old lays are going up, which will be somewhat embarrassing to Arsene Wenger. This is superb by Everton. The crowd very much in appreciation of a side that is ready to enter the Premier League's top four and represent this country at Europe's top table. Still a long way to go. Naismith looking to challenge Mertesacker, the goalkeeper, out quickly. Ramsey doing well. Oxlade-Chamberlain against Barry. He'll get another chance here, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Look for Sanya, away by Stones. Looks like Sanogo is about to come on for Arsenal. Carzola's hit straight down the throat of Tim Howard. Last throw of the dice by Arsene Wenger. Imagine that he may sacrifice a midfield player in order to get a striker on the pitch, but not quite sure what to expect from Arsene Wenger. He may take Olivier Giroud off. Giroud, who's worked hard, but has been so alone and so isolated up front. Makes sense to sling a partner up top with Olivier Giroud just to give him somebody to play off. James McCarthy, Coleman, Naismith, Coleman, Vermaelen quick. Sanogo will give a little extra energy, which has been sapped from Giroud over the course of the last 65-70 minutes. Corner to Everton. Morales to deliver. It's a good delivery, very nearly found Lukaku. Sylvain Distin launches it back, looking for Stones. Lukaku! Whistle had gone well before the header on goal from Lukaku. It was a good save by Szczesny in any case. You can see there probably three Everton players all offside. John Stones having stayed up to attack the corner. Mertesacker. Still Everton chase, still Everton press, high up the pitch. Vermaelen trying to run it out for Arsenal as a real strong collision floors Steven Naismith. Santi Cazorla. Sanogo. As McCarthy intervenes. Look at the energy James McCarthy has. Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku. Begging for some backup here. Barry. I'll get the throw in. Could have had so much more. Coleman. Oh, lovely. Brilliantly done by Seamus Coleman to beat Cazorla. Doesn't really make the most of it in truth, but the Goodison crowd appreciate that little bit of skill. Morales. Everton still buzzing. Looking for more goals to put a glorious rubber stamp on a match that will see this side come of age. Naismith, Coleman. Again, the patience from Everton as Barry gives it to McCarthy. Naismith with a lovely turn and a lovely touch. They are appreciating this wonderful football, and I dare say that even though he will be mightily frustrated about his team being annihilated here today, I think there'll be a piece of Arsene Wenger that will be very much appreciating what Everton are doing here today. Certainly a man who admires good football is Arsene Wenger, and he will be admiring what Roberto Martinez is doing with this side. And I guess from an Arsenal supporter's perspective, if it is going to happen, rather Everton than Tottenham. This is Ramsey. Looking to combine with Oxlade-Chamberlain, but there's a lack of pace from Arsenal. A lack of poise, almost a lack of purpose. Almost just looking to pass it around, wanting a hole to open, but none are opening so far. As Oxlade-Chamberlain loses out, Barry rides the challenge. Lukaku on the move. I don't think Naismith's going to be able to keep that in play. Well, here's the goal. I'm sure Morales will want to claim it, but I think Mikel Arteta's touch will ultimately have that go down as an own goal. It's a nice ball. Ramsey, Sanogo. Oh, he's offside regardless. That's a horrible finish by Sanogo that draws an ironic cheer from the Goodison faithful. Only just offside as well. I think the less said about that finish though, the better. I just wonder if we're seeing this man for the last time as Arsenal manager. He's been around an awfully long time. It's been 9 years since he's registered a trophy. Top four has always been his saving grace, but you just wonder whether or not those supporters who pay more money through the turnstiles than any other club in the Premier League, you just wonder whether their patience has run out despite an imminent appearance in the FA Cup semi-final, which will surely lead to the final. A nice little stat before the game. No team has ever had 60 points or more after 31 games of a Premier League season and not finished in the top four. Well, Everton and Arsenal have 60 and 64 respectively. Everton's will move to 63, of course, after today. And they, of course, have that crucial game in hand against Crystal Palace in a couple of weeks' time, which, with a win, will see them leapfrog Arsenal into 4th place. Massive matches to come against Manchester United and Manchester City here, which are the standout fixtures. They go to Sunderland, of course, next weekend, which could be a really tough match considering Sunderland are fighting for their Premier League lives as they look doomed to the Championship for next year, but they'll still be fighting with games in hand. Oxlade-Chamberlain here. Look at Leighton Baines showing all the energy and drive to try and get that ball back. Now then, Mertesacker struggling here, overcomes Vermaelen. I think Roberto Martinez is just over on the touchline telling his team to calm down. They are well in control of this match, on their way to a famous 3 points. Coleman. Lots of room inside here for Coleman. Thought about the hit. McCarthy once again will keep possession. Coleman here at right back. Could almost be a right wing position. Barkley. He hasn't hit one from distance yet today. Thought he may have fancied one there. He gives it to Baines. Well, this is Leighton Baines, I beg your pardon. It's actually Kevin Morales over on the far side as Arsenal look to break. There's Sonogo here. Will not be able to catch up with that ball in time. There's not long left for Eddie McGeady to make an impact, but he will try and come on and add to what has already been a wonderful performance. And how about this for an ovation, massively deserved for Steven Naismith. The opening goal that he scored was massively crucial. His 8th of what has been a great campaign for the Scotsman, looking as though he's returning to the player that Everton signed a couple of seasons ago. On comes Eddie McGeady, who will look to add to the Arsenal woes. More energy for Arsenal to deal with. And here is McGeady with lovely footwork. Lukaku. Look at the space that Baines has got to work with here. Barkley. Back to Baines. It's almost a toss-up. Do we play possession football or do we try and score more goals? That's brilliant for McGeady. Mertesacker in the way, Coleman coming in. beaten Sonogo to the punch. It's another impressive outing for John Stones in an Everton shirt, despite a couple of nervous moments, shall we say. Second half has been very impressive. Arteta. Rosicki. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Well, that just about sums up Arsenal's day. He'll have fond memories of playing at Europe's top table. Been a while. Since the end of the 80s, were Howard Kendall and Graham Sharp terrorising the best that Europe had to offer. They may get another chance if they can take full advantage of beating Arsenal here. And beaten them they have. Well, Everton's home record is simply sensational. They've only lost 2 games in 38 Premier League fixtures, which will of course now stretch to 39 as David Dein looks on at the potential collapse of what he built. Now they're begging for a Patrick Vieira or a Thierry Henry to come into this side and make Arsenal the great force that they were. Remember, they were top of the league in February, had dreams of winning the championship, but it's really this part of the world that's dented their aspirations. Hammering away to Liverpool. They've pretty much been hammered here against Everton, despite the scoreline yet to really reflect a proper hammering. It will be the first time in 11 and a half years that Everton have won 6 games on the spin. It's a long, long time ago, November 2002. Last time they did that. Can they get a 4th here to really rubber stamp what would be an unbelievable match here? Would be their biggest win over the Gunners if they were to get a 4th. They don't beat them all that often. Oxlade-Chamberlain might hit one here. Oh! Well, I think Tim Howard did get something on that shot. It's taken Arsenal well over 80 minutes to trouble Tim Howard in this way. He has tipped it onto the bar. Romelu Lukaku coming off for Everton. Big Gerard Deulofeu is coming on to add more creativity, more energy, more spark to what is a fluent Everton side. Job done for Romelu Lukaku. 5 goals in his last 7 outings in an Everton shirt, as Gerard Deulofeu comes on to have his 5 minutes of glory with full time approaching. Thomas for taking the advertising hoarding with him. Probably the only thing he's going to take back to North London with him today. Because he certainly isn't taking 3 points. They belong to Everton. And I would imagine alarm bells will officially be starting to ring in the Arsenal ranks as to their potential Champions League qualification. Some supporters wanted handball for that. To say it was desperate, I think is an understatement. Ramsey. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Monreal on the overlap. Oxlade-Chamberlain! Well, that's typical of how Arsenal's day has gone. Just when they look to get something away on goal, there's always a blue jersey in the way to block their path to goal. Quickly taking corner. It's not a bad cross in the box. They were looking for Sanogo, away by Stones as Morales takes a nice touch. Does brilliantly to get it to Baines, although they've given it back to Arsenal here. Morales, not so sure who it came off last, it barely matters. Can Arsenal give their fans a little bit of something to shout about before the game comes to a close? Sanogo very nearly in with a chance as nobody tracked him in the middle. Ramsey. Tim Howard doing what he needs to do. He's absolutely desperate to launch a counter-attack, looking for goal number 4. Distan with a long ball forward. Dale Afeyu on the charge. May fall for Barkley here. Brilliantly done by Barkley. But he's lost the ball in the follow-up as it gives a nice little push to Mikel Arteta, who's not best pleased. To say it's been a horror afternoon for Mikel Arteta, I think is an understatement. That's the man who took offence. And that's the man who ultimately took Arteta's place. Leighton Baines having a nice little set to with Mikel Arteta. Well, Barkley took exception to Arteta's elbow that was aimed in the direction of Barkley. Former Everton midfielder not happy, and his afternoon is compounded by a place in the referee's notebook. Got to give credit as well to Martin Atkinson. It's not needed heavy refereeing today. 3 minutes added on at the end of the game. And to be fair to Martin Atkinson, he's done what he's needed to do today. Cazorla in, Distan away. Barkley hacks clear. Can McGeady get on the end of this? Szczesny will be out quickly. What an afternoon this is for Everton and Roberto Martinez. It's the one that will let the rest of the Premier League know that they are going to be in this right to the end of the season. It's the one that lets them know that they want a top 4 finish and believe they can get it, and that Arsenal will now have to go away and finish their last 5 games and have to win them all if they are to retain their top 4 spot and hope that Everton slip up somewhere down the line. Baines coming forward. Is there one more goal in this for Everton? Maybe. Baines still McGeady still. Barkley. Oh, look to step around the side of Arteta. Sonogo for Arsenal with a lovely bit of footwork. Should have been a foul. I'm not so sure the referee can be bothered in any case anymore. McGeady with De La Feu making tracks. What can Gerrard do against Sagna? Sagna, to be fair, defends very well. Oxlade-Chamberlain dispossessed. Roberto Martinez will, of course, take the plaudits, so should the players. It's an Everton side that look ready to grace Europe's top table. It's a big ask to beat a couple of the sides left they have to beat as De La Feu. Can he make it four here? Gerard De La Feu. McGeady taken down, no penalty, says the referee. The Arsenal player got enough of the ball. For Arsenal, well, it's another hammering, another comprehensive defeat to a top 7 club, as Sonogo here maybe is offside. The one chance that Arsenal had to get some consolation, and Sonogo could not hold his line. He's unfortunate, but I think in fairness Everton deserve a clean sheet. Here's the De La Feu trickery, and Mertesacker there getting enough of the ball to stop the referee from giving a penalty. Everton's winning run will go on, and you wonder where it will end. The pressure is well and truly on Arsene Wenger now. If you haven't got your passports and you're an Everton supporter, I wouldn't necessarily book your holidays just yet, but I'd certainly apply for a passport if you haven't got one. The race for the top 4 is definitely going right to the end of the season. Everton have given themselves a mighty chance of getting into the Premier League's 4th spot at the end of the season. They have comprehensively beaten Arsenal here at Goodison Park this afternoon. The opening goal from Steven Naismith early on set the tone. The second goal from Lukaku pretty much put Arsenal out of sight, with the Mikel Arteta own goal putting a rubber stamp on what has been the afternoon of afternoons for Everton supporters.